Hello, good morning, and welcome to another vlog. Sir Benix and I here are in Long Beach, California, and we're getting ready to head to the docks where the cruise ships are, because today we are boarding the Princess Cruise Discovery ship, which is their newest ship, and it is going to be Benix's first time on water. Well, not his first time on water, his first time on a ship. I'll explain, but I thought I'd take you with me, so let's go. Oh yeah. I like pina coladas and laying out in the sun. Who likes to get caught in the rain? Like, what is that? What? We're all about sitting in the sun on this cruise ship. Hello and welcome to a cruise vlog. Oh, and it's just us gals and Benny Boops. I want to sit down and talk about some things. For the most part, this is going to be a fun vloggy style video, but there's some stuff I want to walk you through because today is Tuesday. We got on the ship on Sunday. I was having too much fun, and now I need to string some of that together, and then from Tuesday for the rest of the cruise, it'll just be straight vloggy fun. So there's a couple things I want to talk about in this section that I think are really important. Number one is the accessibility on this ship in particular. As always, I am speaking about the accessibility from the perspective of blindness. I can't speak to other disabilities. I can try my best, but for the most part, what I know about is blindness, and I'm also only speaking for me, Molly, my experience as a blind woman, and my thoughts. So I want to share some of the reasons I, as a service dog user, love cruising, things that you might want to know about, like where Ben is going to the bathroom on this ship, because it does differ from where Gallup went to the bathroom on the ship that I took him on. Just different things like that. Accessibility on this specific ship, which is the Princess Cruise Discovery ship. It is their newest, one of their newest ships. It's one of the ships in their newest fleet of ships, but all of the ships in this fleet are basically identical with minor tweaks, like slightly different restaurants. And so if you are interested in this line of Princess Cruises, I want to share from my perspective some of the accessibility features that I'm really excited about. Oh my god, it's good, you guys. And yeah, just kind of share some of the silly experiences that I've had with Ben so far and whatnot. So let's launch into it. Let's launch into it. Number one, I asked to pre-board, similar to what I would do on an airplane. There's a lot of people on a cruise, okay? These ships are big. And so I made sure I was a part of the first boarding call. And that way when I was getting on, not only was there not a ton of people getting on, but there was virtually nobody on the ship yet. That was really important for me. It just makes it less chaotic and easier for me and for Ben to get adjusted. I also wasn't sure how Ben was gonna do. This is his first time on a ship. And so I wasn't sure what to expect with him. So I asked them and they were like 100% supportive of that. Now to talk about something silly that happened during that process on the gangplank, I believe it is called. I'm learning my ship slang. Ben had what I can only describe from my perspective as somebody who gets anxiety attacks to be an anxiety attack, which again, I was so grateful that I was pre-boarding and there was basically nobody on the gangplank with us except my family and crew, because he was like, for some reason, I will never know why, like shaking, like full body shakes and doing this weird lurchy movement with his head. Like I literally thought he was gonna throw up or something. It was really strange. But thankfully, as soon as we were actually on the ship, he was fine. He got his sea legs under him and he has been completely fine for the last 2.5 days that we have been on the ship. And the other thing I asked for as an accommodation was a tour as soon as I got on the ship. I have to memorize everything. I can't look at the maps that they have posted. So it was really important to me that I memorize the whole layout of the ship. And these ships can be big and a little bit complicated, and there's a lot to know. There's multiple different pools, multiple different restaurants, all these different areas. And so I asked for a crew member to give me a tour. Again, I asked for this accommodation ahead of time. I highly recommend, if you think any of the accommodations that I asked for would benefit you and you're looking to cruise, reach out before you go so that they can prepare ahead of time. And I can say that Princess Cruise has been extremely accommodating, which I've been super grateful for. And so once I got on, I got that tour and I started mentally mapping this place, you guys. because Lord knows my mom and dad would have been fumbling around the place without me. So I have been the go-to, much like my last cruise. I have been the go-to to tell everybody where to go. They're like, left or right? And I'm like, left. They're like, which deck is this on? I'm like, 16. So I'm getting them all around this place. The first stop for me on the tour is always the spa. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, so this is like one of the saunas in the spa. And if you look on the ceiling, there is twinkling lights like stars. And you guys know I can see light. So I am gonna come and lay down in here and just stare at those twinkling lights anytime I'm feeling anxious or overwhelmed or stressed. This is heaven. This is so me. I want it. Mom, I want them.
They actually feel lovely, I do.
I want them in my home.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that before renovating?
Yeah.
A lot of different cruises will offer spa passes. So even if you're not getting any kind of treatment, which, spoiler, I already got a facial and I am getting a massage later this week. You can basically pay for a day pass or a week-long pass to use the spa amenities, and they have beautiful amenities, but the passes are extremely limited. They only have a few, and so I always make sure to race on over to the spa to get a pass. Here it's called the Lotus Spa, which I love because you guys know I have a lotus. Actually, I have 2 lotus tattoos and my mom has 1. So it's the Lotus Spa, and they have like all these gorgeous amenities, these pools and steam rooms and all this stuff. So that's like a fun little getaway. Again, this is something I really recommend getting if, like myself, you struggle with anxiety or being around a lot of people and noise and stuff like that can be a little exhausting, like it is for me. To me, that's like the perfect place to just go because there's very few people and it's really relaxing. I mean, it's literally a spa. So that's kind of the place that I always jet off to if I'm starting to feel a little bit anxious or overwhelmed or feeling like my energy is getting drained. So just another recommendation from one disabled gal to another. It's a great option. One thing that I noticed on my tour that I was so excited about is a lot of the accessibility features. I love all the lights. It's so bright and there's so many different shapes of lights. All the stairs have lights under them, which is really cool because it's like a fun visual feature, but it's great for people like me who are blind but have light perception because it makes it way easier to go up and down stairs and to just like see the outline of where the stairs are. So big thumbs up for that. All of the buttons in the elevator were tactile with Braille, and the elevators do talk. Also, they have Braille pretty much labeled everywhere. Every restaurant is labeled in Braille. Every place you could possibly want to know is labeled in Braille, which was awesome to see or feel. But I know. I'm funny. One of the ones that I thought was really cool was the place where you do the like heat and cool for your room. So I love this so much. In the room on the cruise ship, this is what you use to change the temperature. So down here in Braille it says cold, and then up here in Braille it says hot, and then this has a tactile arrow, and then when I turn it, it stops. So this is as cold as I can make it, and then it stops. This is as hot as I can make it, and with the tactile arrow and knowing that this is hot and this is cold, I can turn it and make sure I can change the temperature so easily on my own. This is the best thermometer, whatever these things are called, that I've ever had anywhere, at any hotel, any cruise, any home I've ever been to. This is the easiest I've ever had to use. Some funny Paparino experiences that we had while doing the tour are they have this area on board where it's a glass floor. So there is this sea walk that extends over the edge, so it's glass so you can see down. So I'm gonna bring my guide dog on to see how he does.
The difference between this on the ship and some of the other road ships is on the other ship actually.
So yeah, that was fun to see. I thought Ben, after having a panic attack just going up the gangplank, was gonna freak out, but he was just like, this is nothing compared to the gangplank, Mom. I'm just fine. I'm a cool cucumber. Any boopsies. He's like, shh, I'm on vacation. I don't want to be filmed. Another thing that was really funny is in the mezzanine, I think that's what it's called, they have a elevator that is glass. And Ben had never been in a glass elevator, and I've only taken him in there the one time, but maybe I will take you guys with us later today or later on the cruise to show you, because the first time he went in there, he like was looking out the window, and then the moment we started moving, he was like backing up like, what's happening? What's happening? And I also noticed that when we're actually moving, today is a port day, so we're in San Francisco, but on the days that we were at sea moving, if he would look out the window, he'd get like weird about it. He'd be like, why is the water, why is there no ground? And then of course, the puppy pee place. On the last ship that I was on, they had the pee place for Gallop really far from my room, which was a little bit inconvenient. And also there was 2 service dogs on the ship, and both the dogs had to share the same little pee place. Whereas in this one, there is also a number of service dogs, but they each have their own separate pee place, which is really, really nice. The pee place that they put down for you is relative to your room. So wherever your room is, they find the nearest staff quarters, and that is where they put your designated dog's pee spot. Check it out.
This is so convenient.
Okay, right there, Molly.
Yes.
There's a door to your left. Yeah, and that's the handle you use in the push. It's fairly heavy.
My goodness, they think I work out. I work out 3 days a week with a personal trainer. This is very heavy. I don't need to go to the gym while I'm on the boat. I just need to get Brent to the bathroom.
It's straight ahead.
Oh, look.
What is it?
You see, it's like a little box of wood chips.
Great.
That's like, what the hell do you want me to do with this? And I was so happy to see that he took to it right away, both with peeing and pooping. Not a bother.
Great, how are you?
Very nice.
And this is one of the coolest freaking features of this ship. I am so stinking excited about this. I literally want it in my real life. They have these things called medallions. So you might have noticed on my wrist, for the sighted folk watching, that I have my 2 normal bracelets that I wear, but also this new gold bangle. Whabam! Do you see that, you guys? It is so freaking cool. This is the medallion, and every single person who comes aboard gets their medallion, and this basically does everything for you. It makes the cruise essentially touchless. So this opens your door, and your door unlocks within 5 seconds of your medallion being detected to your room. And so by the time you grab the handle, your door is unlocked and you can just walk right in. And this also connects to a fully ADA compliant, voice-over accessible smartphone app, which allows you to do like everything and more. You can order food to your room. You can schedule your off-port excursions. You know, excursions. What's happening? Excursions. You can book spa appointments. Like, you can do whatever you want on the app. It's amazing. And one thing that's super cool about this medallion is you can like walk up to the coffee shop and go to order your drink, and they're like, "Hi, Molly," because it detects your medallion as you're about to approach, and then it shows them who you are. You can also say, "Be by the pool," and order a drink to your chair instead of going to the bar, which as a blind person is so huge. For me to be able to use a voiceover accessible app to do things on my own instead of constantly asking my mom or dad to go get a drink for me, or having to like get up and find my way to the bar, which is just another thing for me to memorize. It's just so fantastic. So this is such a huge thing. I'm completely obsessed, and they have all these different accessories. So I chose this one because I think it's nice for like, just goes with my other jewelry, and it's nice for the evening wear. But my mom and dad, I made them get different ones so I could show you guys. So this is my mom's. It's a silicone sport band. Oh, and by the way, the medallions are fully waterproof. You can go swimming with these, shower with these, get sand in them, sunscreen, pour a margarita on it, like whatever you want to do, girl. I mean, I don't like recommend going out of your way to pour the margarita on, but like if you happen to spill, like, I'll have a little blind girl moment, you're gonna be just fine. The medallion, it's actually become like a fidget of mine because it just like, it's magnetized to all of them. So I just keep like fidgeting. God, it's good. So yeah, this is one of them. This is the one my mom has. It's hot pink. We love. It came in different color options, but we love pink. Then this is my dad's. This is their sustainable one. It also comes in different colors. My dad actually has his medallion. I was like, take it off your wrist so I can show the fun people on the internet. But he's off by the pool doing his pooly things. So he has his medallion in his pocket, but this is what his looks like. And again, it's like a watch similar to my mom's. But this is made from all recycled materials saved from the ocean. So I thought that was really cool. And you guys, they gave Ben his own medallion. And we thought for him, this clip was going to be best. You know, as a human, you can just like clip it to whatever you want. Your purse in the evening, your top in the day, your swimsuit bottoms when you're swimming, whatever you want. And it's so freaking cool. Okay, I'll stop. But I really hope this is the direction we're moving in with like all hotels and stuff. I think it's so cool. But I clipped this to the side of his harness. Another fun accessibility thing is that they gave me a life jacket for Ben. And so, of course, in the event of a Titanic catastrophe, we get to put a little life jacket on Bugsy Ben. And obviously we the humans have life jackets, so we'll all be safe. Another really cool thing that this app allows you to do is usually if you get on a cruise before you take off, you have to go do a safety demonstration thing where you each go to a section of the ship and it's a big crowd of people and you all have to stand there and it's sweaty and they tell you what to do in case of an emergency. But because of the medallion, what they were able to do with this ship, which is so much better for multiple reasons. One, it's way more accessible to me specifically and to other disabled people, but also in general during these crazy times, it's a lot more safe as well to not encourage crowds, which by the way, they've taken multiple measures on all the Princess cruises. For example, this is a fully vaxxed cruise, meaning everybody on this ship is fully vaxxed. We all have to show proof of negative COVID test before boarding, and masks are highly encouraged. They've separated chairs, so there is social distance measures. You have to wash your hands before you can enter any like eating space. So there's lots of measures being taken. This is just another great one. So instead of all having to crowd into these areas, once you get into your room, you can either on the app or on your TV watch the safety demonstration. And then to actually make sure people did it, you have to go scan your medallion at your designated port. And if you don't do that, if you don't scan your medallion, your app won't work. No ordering a cup of sangria by the pool for you, sir, if you don't do your safety demonstration. In the dining areas, they have these hand wash stations, and you have to wash before you can do anything.
He probably doesn't have a drink in hours, right?
He's a thirsty guy.
We're both drinking water together.
He's all excited.
This is your room, Buggers, for the next week. This is where you live. It's like, oh, I'm itchy with excitement. Itchy with excitement. Yeah. Welcome to your room.
Let's do your room a little bit here. Look at your bed is so freshly made.
I need to find my way around. I haven't
even had a look at it.
That feels very...
Look at you with your big bed, Molly, all to yourself.
All to myself? What?
Oh, well,
hello.
Ben.
I have a boyfriend named Ben.
Ooh, look at this beautiful bathroom. Gorgeous. You want to go in there and show us? Oh, little step. Okay, little step together.
Okay, so I have a toilet. That's very important. That's very important. And then, is this my shower?
Yes. Lovely.
Step up into here.
Yeah.
And then I have a
Little curtain.
goodbye.
Oh, look. Ben's going crazy. It's like, oh, a carpet. I love a carpet. He's very happy.
Waterworks. That's always good.
Waterworks, yay.
And
Nice
then-
big closet.
So this door closes.
Yeah.
I have a big closet for all my many clothes.
Not that we could bring that many. Oh, look at this. Okay, so you know what's over here in the corner, right? One of your favorite things.
I heard murmurings that there was Veuve Clicquot, which is a delicious champagne, and chocolate-covered strawberries, perhaps?
Yes.
Where are they?
They're in a container here.
Oh my god, I want to eat them now.
Welcome aboard Princess Cruises. We hope you enjoy your discovery. Princess Cruise, bon voyage. at the Social Princess Cruises social media team.
Oh my god, they smell so. Don't mind if I do.
Ben's like, oh, I'm just sharing. Perfect.
Oh wow, I haven't had a chocolate covered strawberry in way too long.
You've always done them in crazy ups and
They're so good, but you gotta eat them fresh. So, let's take this. You know.
You're looking very comfy there.
We are very comfy. He looks like a king on his king-size bed, don't you, Benny? Living like a king.
Here we see some B-roll of everyone gathered on the deck to watch a performance of dancers in sailor outfits. There's a big jumbo screen so you can see some of the less flamboyant acts happening, like speeches, singers, things like that. It's a huge show. It looks so much fun. There's such a theme of the color blue that is very, very cool. We see the waiters bringing trays and drinks around to all of the guests. There's the pool. Molly and Bennix are walking around the deck and just getting acclimated and having a fantastic start to this trip.
Look at that.
He's
second time he's doing this.
And when I took him off, he's like, stop filming me peeing, Grandma. When I took him off harness, he immediately crawled into the box. He's like, oh, here is, do you know what it reminds me of? Like a hamster's. I made a quick mess of my room, so we're just gonna ignore that. But it is day 1, it's 5 p.m. The ship is just setting sail. And the other content creators and I are gonna meet up for a little cocktail party with the captain. Very exciting. So I decided to go for a nautical vibe. I have this red lippy on, this dress that I thrifted from ThredUp, which is black and navy and white. It says opening ceremonies because tonight is the opening ceremony. Hello. And then a pair of sneakers, and I think I said a red lip.
Yep.
And then Ben matches in the bandana that he wore when he walked the runway. So it's navy, red, and white. Feeling cute? Let's go meet the captain, buddy.
Here we're seeing Molly and the other influencers on the ship just having a drink and chatting the evening away.
Eating. We're eating. That's where we are.
Doing ASMR.
It was very good. It's like a breadstick
And
with
a dip.
this cheesy dippy.
Ooh. It's tasty.
I won't say no. Okay, so it's the first night and I just got back to my room to find another gift. First I get chocolate covered strawberries and champagne. Now I get flowers and a box of chocolates. This is so sweet. Yesterday, I really just took a day to chill, relax. I hung out at the spa. I went to the gym. I ate a lot of food, and oh my god, this is the best food I've ever had on a cruise. I've got to tell you. The food is phenomenal. It's problematic. All I want to do is go eat, but I'm on vacation, so I'm gonna do it. Anyways, let's just get to the rest of the cruise. And one reason I liked this specific cruise is it's a California coast cruise. So we got on the ship in Los Angeles and it's just going up the California coastline. So we're stopping in places like San Diego, Santa Barbara, and today, San Francisco. Now, I don't usually get off the ship, to be honest. It's part of the reason I think it's another great option for people with disabilities cruising. Other resorts that you might go to overseas don't necessarily have to meet certain accessibility standards, and so it's kind of hit or miss if you're going to get there and it's going to actually be accessible, whereas cruise ships have to adhere more to the ADA standards, and so it's really nice that way. So even if you don't plan to get off the ship, I just don't often have the energy, to be honest, to get off the ship at all the ports. It's a lot of hustle and bustle and I just can't always keep up with that, so I don't usually get off, but this time I'm challenging myself to get off at 2 ports. So today I did get off with Ben, my mom, and my dad in San Francisco.
Here we're seeing the Golden Gate Bridge and the first looks of San Francisco from the ship as it docks.
I've been here quite a few times, so I'm not doing anything super crazy or exciting. I didn't go on any of the tours, so we're just wandering around because my dad has never been to San Francisco, and we came across all of these fun, colorful painted seals. You said they're seals?
They're seals.
Sea lions.
Sea lions.
And apparently they're very cute.
What do you think, Ben?
they're not as cute as me.
He's wagging his tail.
Now we're seeing Molly walk around the streets of San Francisco, see the sights.
Everywhere I walk in San Francisco, I keep hearing, oh my god, the doggy has a princess medallion on. Like, everybody is so excited about his medallion. And I'm like, yeah, if only you knew how many drinks he was ordering at 1 a.m. to the room. Just said something to my dad, and then he didn't respond. And my mom didn't bother telling me he wasn't here. So I just said, is he here? My mom said, no, he's ahead. And I was like, you could have said something when I said something to him and he didn't reply. Instead, she just awkwardly stood there in silence.
It's fun, you know.
Apparently, we've stumbled upon a very nice view that I can't see. Ooh, exciting. One thing I'm really loving around the San Francisco Pier is that there's ramps. So there's stairs up and down all over, but every single stair set is accompanied with a ramp, which I think is awesome for accessibility. We love it.
Hello.
Hi, we rented a tandem bike, so my dad and I are going biking while my mom looks after Ben, who is really stressed about this. You're fine. As you're well aware, I'm blind, and so I can't ride a bike on my own, so my dad and I decided to rent a tandem bike where my handlebars are fixed in place. I have no ability to steer, and we're gonna ride around for a little bit. I can't steer, but I can ring a bell, which makes Benny very happy.
Molly and her dad riding the tandem bicycle, having a blast.
Oh, that was like good old times. I had so much fun. I want a tandem bike again. I haven't owned one for years, but I used to have a road bike and a mountain bike. I used to cycle a lot. I've been doing it since I was a little kid, but I had to give up riding a bike on my own when I was 8 years old because I ran into a pole, and that's when we got the first tandem. And I mean, just a few days before my prom, I did like a 120-kilometer ride, so I used to be very into it, and I miss it. That made me miss it, Mommy.
I know, I could see you were having fun.
Beautiful view of some small little boats docked in a harbor.
Out the accessible crosswalks in San Francisco, and I really love the way they do it. They have braille that tells you the street name. They have a tactile arrow that shows you which direction this crosswalk is going. And when you push it, it says to wait, and then it will both vibrate and beep to let you know that it's time to cross. And then they also have foot braille so that from the cane or the feet, you know that you're at the crosswalk.
Here's a beautiful bakery with some animal-shaped pastries that look so cute, full of so many good breads, pastries, rolls, all this delicious looking food.
Another great thing as a service dog user in particular, that's great in terms of accessibility with cruising is, look, I've traveled the world with service dogs for many, many, many years, and it's really tricky. A lot of countries, you have to do months of paperwork, and it's like really nerve-wracking to figure out if you're actually going to end up getting in or not when you get off the plane. Whereas a cruise like this, especially because it's within California, it's a lot less paperwork. Of course, I do still have to show his medical records. I had to show my agreement with the Mira Foundation that this is a graduated service dog and he is my service dog. So stuff like that, but it was so much easier. Like, you could get it done in a few hours and get approval to come on the ship versus going to some other countries where either they're not going to be allowed or it's going to be extremely difficult to get them in. And then also, because again, this one's California, I don't actually have to do any special paperwork to get them off the ship at the ports. Whereas I will say in other cruises, like say the Caribbean or something, if you do want to take your service dog off at the ports, you will have to do extra paperwork for each country. And that's another reason historically I haven't really gotten off the ship when I've done cruises with my service dog, because it's just a little too complicated. So between like my just personal energy levels and what I can bring, it's just not for me. But I just wanted to mention that. Speaking of things worth mentioning, oh my god, this is the best food I've ever had on a cruise ship. I have been eating my way through this ship and will continue to do so. Speaking of, that is where I'm going to end this sit down portion of the video, and I'm going to go eat. And the rest of this video will just be fun vloggy clips for the rest of my time here. Like I said, it's Tuesday. I think I said that anyways. If I didn't, hi, it's Tuesday. We got on Sunday and we get off on Sunday morning. So most of the week has yet to be seen. So let's go have fun in the sun. Hey, sorry. It's me once again. Molly, nice to meet you if we haven't met yet. So I wanted to mention that I am here creating content with Princess, but I am also giving feedback on accessibility from the perspective of a blind person. But one thing I wanted to mention is they have a couple other content creators on board as well that you might meet throughout. So just want to give you a heads up, you might meet some new friends of mine that you can follow. They're all like super cool people. I'm just so excited that I've met them. They're so wonderful. And I have to say, I have had a meeting with the team from Princess, and then I've met the content creators that are here, and I've seen content creators that they've worked with in the past. And something that really stands out to me as somebody who has worked with many brands in many capacities is the diversity, not only in the creators they select to work with, but within Princess, like in their own team. And to me, that says that diversity and inclusion is not tokenism to them. It's an authentic thing that runs throughout their organization. Because just on the team that I spoke with, there was people of different skin tones, there was people of different sexual orientations, and there was people who were disabled. Incredible, like, it's just so nice to see that, like, in the corporate level. And then the same goes for the creators that they work with on this ship and in the past. It's so diverse. People with disabilities, like multiple different kinds of disabilities, wheelchair users, amputees. There's all different sexual orientations, gender identities, ethnicities, and it's just incredible to see. Okay, that's all. It's more rare than you'd think to see that. And so it's nice to see it. So I just really felt like it deserved to be shared. Those who can't see, Ben is laying on the ground beside my layout chair, and he just has his paw resting on the, oh, now he moved it. He had it resting there for like 5 minutes. He's so freaking cute. Okay, so it's Tuesday night. We're getting ready to go to dinner. We're not sure what we're gonna do yet, but I want to show you my outfit because I feel really cute. I've worn all of these pieces separately, but never together, and I'm kind of feeling the look. So it's this like, oh, is the elevator here?
It's okay.
Okay, we'll finish after. So now we're on the deck where the restaurant we're gonna go to is, and okay, so it's like this shiny black like plastic jacket. Very much reminds me of early to mid 2000s when I was like in grade 5. And then it's like kind of long line, has a belt, but I'm just like leaving it kind of hanging because I'm so casual and cool. And then I have my black Prada bag that I just love and adore so much. I'm pretty much wear with everything. Black textured crop top. Then this like casual tennis skirt that I wore in this video where I went on a date. And then these kind of black shiny plastic sandals that like kind of go with the vibe of the plastic faux. I don't know. Oh, and the lippy is Estee Lauder Sauvain or Tuvain or something. I'll write the name. I'm not going to try to say the name, I really am not. We're going to this restaurant and it is their fine dining multi-coursed meal.
Wonderful service, eh, Mom?
Yes.
What kind of bread would you like in the first place? The white crusty roll or the grey dough roll?
The white crusty roll, please.
All right.
Lovely.
And butter, I believe?
And butter, please.
Definitely. There you go.
Thank you very much.
I'm having shrimp cocktail because I'm the biggest shrimp cocktail fan, and if it's on a menu, I'm always gonna order it. It's the cocktail sauce, man. It does it for me every freaking time. And then I'm having a delightful gin cocktail, and that's all. We got our dinner. One thing I've been loving is that the portion sizes are like extremely reasonable. This is actually the biggest meal I've gotten the entire trip. And I'm somebody who gets really overwhelmed when I get handed a huge plate of food, and I feel really bad when I waste food. So I've been loving that the portion sizes have been like really like normal, like not huge. But I always ask restaurants to pre-cut my meat because I'm not good at cutting, and I totally forgot, and they brought it out on the bone. And I asked them, would you mind bringing it back without a bone and cut into bite-sized pieces? And they were like, absolutely no problem, and they did it right away. And I just want to say to any other blind people, like, yes, there's plenty of blind people who have no problem cutting their meat, but there's plenty of us who do, and that's okay. You don't have to feel bad about yourself. My life skills teacher like realized a long time ago I wasn't going to catch on, and she was like, friends and family can help you cut it, restaurants can do it for you in the kitchen. It is just an accommodation that some of us need, and that's okay. My mom and dad are dying laughing at me because I'm taking my fork and I was like, is this potato? Like, apparently stabbing something crusty. Blind girl moment, what can I say? We're squeezing every last drop out of this bottle. We appreciate your service.
Okay.
We appreciate your service.
You're my pleasure.
I ordered 2 desserts because I couldn't help myself. But it's okay because my mom ordered none, so I'm just gonna say
We're sharing.
we're sharing. So there's a chocolate banana rum situation, which sounds delectable. And then there's a lemon cheesecake. Like literally, you have 2 of my favorite things in front of me, so how could I say no to both? Judge me, I'm Irish. I had to get an Irish coffee to finish my dinner, okay? It is 9:15 on Wednesday morning. It is so sunny that even with my sunglasses, I'm like, oh my god, it's so bright. It's gorgeous. This is the best weather we've had the entire trip.
Here we're seeing some clips of the sun glistening over the empty, wide ocean. We're watching Bennix get a nice drink of water on the deck. And we're seeing some B-roll of the beautiful sanctuary on the ship. The sanctuary on the ship has a hot tub. It looks like a very peaceful environment. Glass windows all around, so it's just filled with blue.
I'm at the sanctuary, which is one of their kind of relaxing lounge areas, and they have a special menu. So I scanned the QR code because I was curious if it's a voiceover accessible one, and it fully is. Yay, we love that. Classic mojito. Voiceover doesn't know how to read mojito, it calls it mojito. That's really funny. We love it.
Here we're seeing a clip of what looks like a blended margarita, so refreshing. But then we're seeing clips of a bunch of the delicious food that Molly is eating. I am so jealous. I can't even tell what the food is, but I want it.
At dinner on Wednesday night at the Italian restaurant, and I want to introduce you to all my friends so you can follow all these cool people that I've met. Okay, and off to Ria.
I'm Ria Demiri, and I'm a social media influencer. and Amber.
I think they all know that.
Hello. And we're LGBTQ advocates.
Yes.
Woohoo! Thank you for including me.
Yay! And moms.
Okay,
Moms.
let's go down here. You are?
I'm Ezra Freeman. I'm a Molly Burke fan page, actually. No, I'm on TikTok at Ezra Freeman. I'm a crew member on Princess Cruises, and I do a lot of behind-the-scenes crew life.
Woo! Woo!
Hi, I'm Alanna Zingano. All my socials are at Alanna Zingano. I talk all about travel and cruising, and if you want to learn more about Molly's experience and the ins and outs of what it's like for a cruise vacation, I'm your gal.
I'm just here for the food.
Ria and Amber got stressed because they had to go first, so they didn't get to say their handle.
Hello.
Wow.
Mine is Ria_D3MIRI. Mine is complicated.
That is complicated.
She's so shy. Mine's _Amber Eileen. Follow us, please.
Yay! I'll put all the links below. Guys, my mobility aid, Ben, is wearing a pink bandana, and we found this man who has a mobility aid that is a pink scooter, and I love the sign. It says it's pink, so what? Is that what it says?
That's what it says, yeah.
Amazing. I love it. Keep doing what you're doing.
Our friends got it for us because pink.
I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, like if it'll properly pick up on camera, but every time I walk even close to this wall on the ship, I just, oh my god, this is like a beauty room, like a girl's glam room, or like a walk-in closet, like this kind of, oh my god, it's just so sparkly. It's like both backlit and sparkly. It's my 2 favorite things. Oh my god, it's so pretty, it's so pretty.
Let's see your iPhone. Look at you looking all pretty in pink. And what about Mr. Ben?
Also pretty in pink.
Yeah, hey Ben.
Today is Friday, which makes me so sad because it means the cruise is almost over and I've had way too much fun. Bennix has been exhausted all day today. I've been working away. This is the best Wi-Fi I have ever had on a cruise ship. It's like maybe even better than the Wi-Fi I have at home, which is amazing. So I've just been getting a bunch of work done today, to be honest. But it's nice to have like a way to relax and to work, like vacation and work in one. Yesterday we got off the ship in Santa Barbara and we went on a wine tour, had some delicious cupcakes. It was so nice and sunny and warm.
Here we're seeing some beautiful footage of the lovely sunny day in Santa Barbara. Cute neighborhoods, houses, quaint town vibes. Very cute.
And then we went to a show last night. Oh my gosh, it was so cool at the show. At the show they had ASL interpreters, which I thought was so awesome because obviously I as a blind person don't need that. Like I don't benefit from ASL, but it's so important. It's just like, it makes me so happy when people in my community are seen. So it doesn't matter that that's an accommodation that I don't need or benefit from. There are people on this ship who would, and it's just awesome to know that they've thought of those people. And then this morning, I had a champagne breakfast. Woo! It's not a bad way to start a Friday. I and my mom and dad are having a romantic champagne breakfast on the balcony. This is something that any guest can book for their room. And so we've got champagne and orange juice, good old mimosa, and food to feed an army. There is so much food. Here's the thing, it's a champagne breakfast for two, but we're three. So we ordered two, which equals for 4 people. But really we should have realized my mom and I are equivalent to 1 person. So we should have just gotten 1 for 1. Cheers!
Here we're seeing another clip of the beautiful ocean horizon, and then we're looking at a clip of Bennix looking out the window. He seems to have warmed up to being surrounded by the ocean.
And that brings us till now. Like I said, I'm just getting a bit more work done, and then I'm gonna get dressed up and go out for the evening. Okay, so it's our final night. I am so sad. I already can't wait to come back. But we're at the restaurant where we all as a group got together the first night. It is the French restaurant on board, Sur Le Mer. my brother's French fiance would be rolling her eyes. And so it's just my mom, my dad, and I tonight. Hopefully we're gonna have like a goodbye drink with everybody else. I'm gonna miss them so much. But this is so cool, okay? This is fried polenta, which is absolutely incredible. But these, what do you think they are, friends? What do you think they are? You think they're olives, don't you? It's not. Joke's on you. It's goat cheese. Here. There's goat cheese.
Delicious. So good.
I'm so sad I'm leaving. I'm having my final breakfast in bed. Hello. I am home. And I am deeply sad about it. I don't want to be here. I want to be on a ship. I want to be on the water, doing the California coast all over again. Look, I know I said this multiple times throughout the video, but the food, best food I've ever had on any ship or resort I've ever been to. My mom can't stop talking about the lamb she had at the steakhouse. It's called Crown Grill. Ooh, if you ever go to Crown Grill, like more than once.
Yes.
So good. Also, the staff, like every single staff everywhere was so incredibly accommodating and kind. Anytime I asked for help or vocalized that I needed something, they were like on it and so sweet. I just had such a wonderful experience and I'm so grateful. Thank you to Princess Cruises for inviting me for this experience and for being open to hearing my feedback. And if you would like to book a princess vacation for yourself, I'll leave a link down below. Would definitely recommend, especially as I said, if you are disabled or a service dog user. I think it's such a great option and I will definitely be booking to go again. And until next time, you can click here to see my get ready with me for a first date, or you can click over here to see me curl my hair as a blind girl. Love you guys. Bye.